share a little bit about when I went to Red Lake. So after we were done fasting and everything, everybody was kind of done, but all the floor space and all the beds and everything at his place were taken up, and they sent me to this room downstairs in Adam's basement. I said, "Oh yeah, there's a couch there, but there's a lot of stuff on there. You can take the floor if you want, And I was so tired. I said, okay. I grabbed the pillow and a blanket and I headed down there. And while I was lying there on the couch, I was like, what is this? And there was like stuff making me itch or whatever. And there was like medicines that were all over the couch. And I was like, I don't lie on the floor. On the floor, there was sage sticks and all kinds of stuff. And I was like, wow, whatever. I guess it's like being on my fast. So I laid down on the rug and I didn't get a good sleep because dreams were pretty wild. Things were moving around inside that room. And just as I was trying to sleep, I go, hear all these conversations and Ojibwe happening. And I was like, what's going on here, man? Anyway, in the morning time, I got up and I went upstairs and I'm having breakfast, looking real tired. And everybody's smiling. How'd you sleep? Not very good, man. And I just like started laughing. And hear voices. And Adam said, "So did they talk to you?" And I was like, "Huh? How did he know it?" He goes, "I wouldn't sleep down there. They're too busy in there." He said, "I didn't get it at first. Basically, it was the spirits. That was his medicine room where he doctored and did ceremony in there. A lot of his items were in there and medicines, and medicines were talking to me. Everything that was in that room was talking to me." As I was doing that last part about forgiveness, I don't know if you could hear it. I was talking to a friend of mine uh, that sometimes things scratch at my drum or my rattle will make a sound. And while I was doing that, something was back there tapping my drum. Uh, guess it was trying to help me out. Even before I started to do this segment, trying to smudge here, and the fire alarm went off, or the smoke detector went off, and you know, lights are going out even during this right now. I gotta charge all these lights, and I got one of those things that has like the northern lights kind of going in the background, making my face look a little weird, but it is what it is. So yeah, I just thought I'd share a little bit of that. Um, Rattles, drums, eagle whistles, and certain things in your bundles. And when we talk about bundles can be a bunch of different things. Everybody's is different. Everybody has their own things that they use. Everybody has their own purpose in life. Not everybody is going to be using certain items. I want to talk about that because there's a little bit more to feeling like that should be in your bundle. Oh, I'm really connected with this. I'm really connected with that. And you may find out it's not even part of your bundle. Um, but I remember this person back when I just started learning about things that pulled out this great big huge suitcase and everything that was in it. He's like, he used to tease him. He's like, "You carry grandfathers in there? Holy, you got everything in there in the kitchen sink." And the one thing that is told over the years, that when you have bundles, that you take them out to your fast, and even just to figure out what one thing means might take you a whole lifetime out in that fast. It might take you 40 years to figure out what an eagle whistle that was given to you means and what they want you to do with it. So it was just kind of different to see somebody with so many things in there. I don't think you're going to have enough time in this lifetime to figure out what everything in your bundle there that you believe is part of your bundle mean. But okay. uh, that's just part of, we all learn at a different pace, and we all learn different things. Uh, some people do have a lot of stuff. It's not for me to say or anybody else to say, but once you start to get some understanding of it, you kind of look back and go, "Wow, that's okay. That's quite the responsibility of things that you have to pray for." And when we make a drum for somebody, or and we hand off our pipes or any kind of spiritual items, your how do you say, due diligence or whatever is our responsibility to share the teachings behind those things that we give to somebody, because we want them to take care of those things. uh, it shouldn't be our responsibility to make that item for you and then take care of it for you for forever, kind of like, I guess like parenthood. You have your kids and give them to your grandparents to take care of, or that type of thing. The same thing goes with our items. You birth them or whatever, and when you hand them over and you explain to them what your responsibility is in order to take care of that. And it can be your went for your items, and they can name your drums or whatever, or activate things, and then those are the people that you go to ask about those items, and they'll share what their knowledge of what they have with those things that are given to you. And it's up to us to take care of those things, and ask on our fast, and those spirits are the ones that will guide us into what they're for, and what we need to do with them, how we need to use them. I remember I got a dream that happened to me, and it was of this eagle whistle that I was in my dream. I whistled up a drum, and that dream came true. But when I went to Red Lake, I asked Adam, I was like, what are you praying for when you're out here? And I told him about that dream, and he shared with me. He said, "Well, yeah, you can fast for that whistle." He goes, "I don't know where the teaching or whatever, where this came from with the whistling up drums." He said, "But I'll tell you one thing about those whistles." And he said that we used to carry them, and when we came back from a hunting trip or gathering medicines or whatever, they would blow those whistles so that the people that were in the community would hear them. And depending on how you blew that whistle, they go, "Okay, that's, they're from the Wolf Clan, and they're asking for us to prepare medicines. Somebody might be injured or whatever," and they would go about doing that. "Oh, they got food. We got to prepare, fire to get ready." And he said that's what those originally were used for, and then there were some that were used not as whistles, but in our items. So yeah, just kind of briefly touching on certain things, kind of going off on stories and things that have happened kind of naturally with the sounds around me. So I'm going to go take care of that drum now, and possibly give it a drink or sound it. Aho! Enjoy your Christmas day.